A zombie hand rested lightly on the girl's shoulder, yet her mother pretended not to see it. The girl could only look fearfully at her father, but he merely told her to keep eating. Not long ago, the father had gone into John's room, telling him that the woman had come again.
You must ignore her as much as possible, all right? Just like last time.
Then the father led John downstairs for dinner. Just as the father sat down, John heard heavy footsteps behind him, but the father quickly diverted everyone's attention. He first asked his daughter how her day at school had been, and then praised his wife for preparing such a delicious meal. But this only left John more confused. He asked his father what exactly he was afraid of. Suddenly, the father became furious, and John immediately fell silent. Yet not because of his father's anger, but because he felt something approaching from behind. The father, his hands trembling, whispered for the family not to look at her. At that moment, John picked up a spoon, lowering his head in terror. The woman then reached out toward Jenny beside him. Jenny was terrified and sought her father's help, but he coldly told everyone to continue eating, so they had no choice but to obey. But the mother turned to her husband and said she could no longer endure this. Suddenly, the phone rang, and the mother rushed to answer it. However, the woman also moved toward her. Moments later, a voice came from the living room. The man immediately stood trying to rescue his wife, but he could not open the